It's not a shock. It's not a surprise that the Trump taint sweat aficionados are out there on Twitter sounding the alarm about how unbelievable this is. You're going to hear about this story. Donald Trump is certainly going to talk about it. Conservatives are already beside themselves with anger and outrage and grief for Big Balls, the teen who was punched in the face by a 15-year-old girl. And he bled a little bit, as happens when you get punched in the face. But he was not attacked by a roving group of a dozen or more grown men who beat him senseless and merciless. This is just not what happened. The two people who were arrested on the scene were a 15-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl. Children. Just wanted that on the record. Here's the headline from the Daily Beast. Judge releases teens charged in Big Balls assault in blow to Trump. They're losing their minds over this. And look, did they commit a crime? Yes, it is alleged they've committed a crime. Have they been convicted of a crime? Have they done something that merits perpetual incarceration, confinement, pre-trial, pre-case? I don't think so. They're children, after all. Are we to treat them like hardened serial killers? Come on. There are better ways, more effective ways, more just ways to deal with criminal justice and children, and it is not perpetual confinement. It's not smart. It's not. There's no efficacy in it. It's the fascist way to deal with things. It's the lower thinker way to deal with things, and that is what Republicans are crying out for. Blood in some cases. A judge rained on Donald Trump's crime crackdown parade when she released from a youth holding facility two teens charged in connection with the alleged assault of a former DOJ staffer. The teens, a boy and a girl, both 15 and from Maryland, had been held at Washington, D.C.'s Youth Services Center since being charged in an alleged carjacking assault in the city on August 3rd. The case caught Trump's attention, who said the 19-year-old victim, Edward Big Balls Coristine, was beaten mercilessly. Let me tell you, you can always tell the people who have never actually been punched in the face. I have on multiple occasions. It is unpleasant. I have a scar on my lip when I bounced in a bar. And I got punched in the face by a dude, and it split my lip wide open. I got a whole bunch of stitches. That's one of the many times that I've been punched in my dome. I know what it's like. It's unpleasant, but it's not mercilessly beaten. Just because you have a little blood on you, because you got knocked on your sniffer, doesn't mean you were beaten mercilessly. But Joe Biden appointed Judge Kendra Briggs ordered the teens out of a detention and back to their caretakers, imposing conditions that include electronic monitoring, a 24-hour curfew, and no contact with each other, the Washington Post reported, which is the what I was just talking about. That you don't use a fascist lens to do these things. You use metered, dispassionate justice. That's a reasonable way to deal with these kids. And then, if they break the rules relative to their curfew or removing their electronic monitoring device, then you can talk about indefinite confinement or whatever other escalation you have to deal with them. But you don't commit a crime having the presumption of innocence and just get thrown away forever. And that's not even speaking about how we deal with justice in the black community. How we deal with justice for children who are black, who traditionally, historically, have been treated more harshly, systematically more harshly under our system. Treated as adults when they're just children. Studies have shown black girls in schools, young girls in schools, elementary age girls in schools get treated far more harshly than their white counterparts because they're perceived as more in control or more dangerous of their action. It's racism run amok in the United States just about at every level. And it always comes down on blacks in this country. Finishing the article, the decision will almost certainly outrage Trump, who celebrated what he described as his administration's crackdown on crime. Washington, D.C. will soon be great again, he wrote on Truth Social. Now, the right wing, typically, expectedly, it's not a shock, it's not a surprise that the Trump taint sweat aficionados are out there on Twitter sounding the alarm about how unbelievable this is, that this judge needs to be removed, and making threats of, welcome, I'm introducing you to this person to go harass. We're already seeing threat levels against federal judges and other officials like this off the charts, where people are sending pizza orders to their homes just kind of as a message that we know where you live. This is just one more of those. Here is, again, Trump taint sweat aficionado Nick Sortor breaking. Biden judge Kendra Briggs has just ordered the release, in all caps, of the youths, in quotes. Remember the thing I just said? Black girls in elementary schools are considered adult or more old or more mature or more dangerous than they are. This is an extension of that. Calling this black 15-year-old boy and this black 15-year-old girl kids, children, quote unquote, youths. Do you mean that they're actually adults? Why put it in quotes? Nick Sortor, were you confused because the aroma of Donald Trump's Grundle butter got a little bit under the nose and you got distracted for a second? You thought they were adults? Is that what happened, Nick? You racist fucking ghoul. The youths, quote unquote, who attempted to murder big balls in the streets of DC, these delinquents need to be taken into federal custody, if possible. Federal custody. Was there a federal crime? Or was it a misdemeanor? They have no business, all in caps, on the streets of DC. They attempted to murder big balls, the grown man, Nick Sortor, dipshit. It wouldn't be a Republican outrage session without Gunther Eagleman. It's like, these people. Anyway, this is what he tweeted. Meet Biden appointed, again, I'm putting this person on your radar, go harass him. Meet Biden appointed DEI judge. He means black. He says DEI because he doesn't feel comfortable enough. He's not a bold enough racist to just use the N-word. Gunther Eagleman. Meet Biden appointed DEI judge Kendra Briggs. This political hack has released the violent youth attackers that beat Doja's big balls from juvenile custody in DC. She needs to be removed. Under what mechanism would you remove this judge? This Biden appointed judge? This presidentially appointed, Senate confirmed judge, Gunther Eagleman? How would you remove her? Do you understand the processes? Do you understand what authority you would need to do so? Or are you just firing off nonsense on Twitter? You coward dipshit. You anonymous. Now, we know who the guy is now, but this is an anonymous dipshit on Twitter with a fake name. Very bold, very brave, these conservatives are, to attack children. Youths. Anyway, what do you think? I would appreciate your feedback in this. We can talk about it in the comments below the video, wherever you're watching it, and you can call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. As always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I would appreciate your support. Please consider supporting this work financially for $2 a month. You can do just that. The best way is on Patreon, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. The second best way is to go to YouTube and click the join button below this video on YouTube.
or I guess just generally on the channel. And for $2 a month, you can help support and produce the videos we do here, the content we make on the podcast, Brittany Page's channel, all of it. It's a great umbrella for supporting independent media, which is very important in this day and age, especially. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.